Hi Rolf, tell us about the Nonviolence Project.
Thank you. The Nonviolence Project started in 1993. And we initially had an idea of actually inspiring, engaging and motivating young people to understand how to solve conflicts more peacefully.
All right.
Yeah.
And how does John Lennon come into this?
John Lennon is a very important ingredient in this whole vision, because the symbol, the knotted gun, was originally created as a memorial tribute to him when he was shot and killed in New York in 1980. Actually the 8th of December, it's 30 years on that date. And the artist Carl Fredrik Reuterswärd, he knew John Lennon, they were friends, so Yoko Ono asked him to create sort of a memorial tribute for his vision of peace and nonviolence. You know, he was a great peace and nonviolence advocate, which is not that well known, I would say. He's more well known for his music.
So now you started the Peace Manifest, Imagine 1 billion Paces for Peace. Tell us more about that.
That's right, yeah. We're an education initiative, and our sort of broad vision is to reach out to all youth in the world with an education curriculum that the teachers and the students can work together. And we think integrating both teachers and students or sport coaches or whatever is the right way to do it, in order to understand the basics of where conflicts come from, why they arise, and how you can solve them in a peaceful way. And based on that, we also believe that you need to reach out to young people with an idea that they are included in some kind of visionary idea of how the world should actually look like. Because I think everybody agrees that right now it doesn't look that good. That's why we thought, why don't we do a global call? And now with the internet reaching out more or less to everybody, basically, then we thought that is probably the right way to do it. And up until now, for the 18 years where we have been working, and we have been reaching out to, I think, a little bit above 5 million people, educated on 4 continents. You know, we're active almost everywhere except for Australia. We thought that using the internet and reaching out directly to young people would be sort of a third dimension of what we're doing. That's why. All right. And the whole idea with 1 billion came out. We need a broad, extremely exciting idea. And it started actually out as an idea of 1 million. And then people, because we're sort of starting an activity in China, and they said to us, 1 million? Why don't 1 billion?
1 billion faces for peace. Iobffp.
All right, so how does this work? What do you do?
What we do is that we are setting up this global call. And the idea with the global call is to inspire people to sign up with their face, become one of a billion, but you're still a unique person. And what we are delivering back to them is, let's call it an initial small little program that can get everybody started. It's called 10 Ways to Stay Out of Trouble. And that program should then, let's say, inspire them to take the next step. And, also because teachers and sport coaches, especially, which are sort of the environment where we're working, they're not that familiar with these curriculums. So we need sort of a force to come to them and actually invite them to be part and not be afraid of actually addressing these issues in school or in a sports environment. So that's the whole idea.
All right. But teachers and sports coaches, is this just for kids, for youths? Or
no,
is this
not
for
really,
everyone?
but I mean, that's our main target. So, and Mahatma Gandhi once said, if you want to change the world, start with the children. So I think that's sort of, we follow that idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But 1 billion people, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, but we're 7 billion on the planet, so it's only 1/7 of the population. So it's not that much, but it's going to take some while. And, Facebook, they have what, 500, 600 million people, but they're not in China. So we're about to challenge that. And now when we got that prize from Facebook during the CME conference, I think that was really interesting to challenge them on the same level, because they're also going for 1 billion. So we'll see.
Tell us about the prize. What'd you get?
CME started a non-profit section, I would say, and they have this award thing going on. And they looked at all the applicants, and the whole idea was, what is the biggest challenge that you are seeing in the future? And it was the United Nations, Save the Children, Doctors Without Borders. I mean, there was some, I think, 36 organizations involved.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. I think this is a marvelous initiative, and we very much like it. So what can I do? What do I do today to help you?
Sign up. It's going to be sort of walking small steps in the beginning, and let's invite everybody to also have ideas about how to do it even better. And of course, we will refine the initiative as we go along. And we will get all, I mean, we have offices in all these places, so they will of course have, and they've already started to say, why aren't you doing this, and how are you doing that, and you know, all these ideas that come up, which is fantastic, of course.
Okay, Rolf, so a bit of a visionary here. What will the world look like in 10 years?
What would the world look like in 10 years? Hopefully a little bit nicer, because it's pretty ugly right now. And I think the biggest challenge is to get people that have and people that don't have to work together. So if they can start to work together, then we're going to have a better place.
Thank you, Rolf.
Thank you.